That's just sports, baby.
Crowd goes wild. Strawberry ice, bringing fire and style. Reds, Bengals, Bearcats, all in my zone. This is my stage, my mic, my throne. Boom, like a hammer, I'm breaking the game. Strawberry ice, you're gonna know my name. Sports Talk Thunder, hear the podcast roar. Cincy's fine is kicking down the door. Step into the ring where the passion ignites. Talking sports all day and all night. From the field to the court to the roaring stands. Strawberry ice with the world in my hands. Boom, like a hammer, I'm breaking the game. Strawberry ice, you're gonna know my name. Sports Talk Thunder, hear the podcast roar. Cincy's fine is kicking down the door.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio. And of course, I'm always coming to you live from the Ice Cave.
All right, shout out to my sponsors. They are Party Lawn and Landscaping for all your lawn and landscaping needs. You need your grass cut, you need shrubbery trimmed, I don't know, you need a paper patio, you need anything. I mean anything. Landscaping required. Think Party Lawn and Landscaping. Also, shout out to T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out the website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And of course, Meyer Window, Door, and more. I got them in my house. I highly recommend you get them in yours. They're energy efficient, great looking windows, easy to clean. Meyer Window, Door, and more. Their website is MeyerCincinnati.com. And also, shout out to my favorite brewery, Moorline Lager House. Get on down there, get you some delicious Moorline beer, some delicious Moorline food. And tell them I sent you. Moorline Lager House.
Again, guys, I'll be back down at Moorline Lager House this Monday night for the watch party. We got $5 drafts down there, $5 well drinks, $5 shots. It's a great experience down there, even though yesterday's game did not anywhere come close to what we thought was going to happen. Make sure you guys join us down there. What is up to everybody in the chat? We've got, let's see here, Roll Like a Stranger's in there, Craig's in there, T. Brookie's in there, Mike Madden, Cornell's in there, Tony Palazin, and Ken is all in there. All right, guys, before we get into bringing in my guest, Bengals Captain, which is not in the waiting room now. I don't know what happened to him. He'll come back here in a minute. I want to give you my thoughts on what the hell we watched yesterday. I don't know. to be honest, I don't know what that was. 5 turnovers. You can't turn the ball over 5 times and expect to win. The offensive line looked terrible. I actually think the defense played pretty good, but when you give up 3 scores because of turnovers, it's really hard to win. And when Tony Romo, who we all love, in quotation marks, can call out your plays before you even run them, that's not a good sign when he's calling it out. And, well, I'm sure the Vikings knew what it was. That was one of the biggest losses. I think it was the biggest loss in Bengals history, 48-10. But, you know me, I'm always looking at things on the bright side. The bright side is it's 1 loss. We're still in first place, 2-1. We're tied with Pittsburgh. It's 1 loss. It's a bad loss. It's a very, very bad loss. I say you throw it away and burn the tape, watch it, see what you did right, which wasn't a whole lot, and come back with a better game plan Monday versus Denver, where Zach Taylor usually has his team ready to go play in prime time. But the other good thing to happen this weekend is the Cincinnati Reds. Right now, if the playoff starts are in the playoff, they'd be in a 1-game playoff with the Mets because they are tied with them. And the last time we did a 1-game playoff, I don't know if you guys remember it, I do, was 99. We lost to the Mets. I prefer to not do that again. But their magic number is 6. They need to win 6 more games, and they clinch a playoff spot. Now, I gave up on the Reds a couple times. I gave up on them when they went to L.A., and they were 2 games out and got swept. I gave up on them when they went to Sacramento and played in the minor league park against the Athletics when they were 2 games out and got swept. Every time I gave up on them, they pulled me back in, and I am all in, baby. I am all in. 6 games out. It's 2 against the Pirates, I think, and 3 against the Brewers, which the Brewers are a nemesis. And we've had a hard time beating them, but we had a hard time beating the Cubs, and we just swept them. My preface to this is look how many times we have given up on the Reds this year and how many times we've been frustrated. How many times I've went off on the Reds should have done this, the Reds should have done that. And it's September 22nd, and right now we're talking magic number. We're talking playoffs. So, Bengals, it's 1 game. It is a horrible, horrific game. Nothing looked good there. It's 1 game. We're in first place. Got a long season to go. I mean, Jake Browning had bad games, and then he got better. We will see what happens. But I am a fan of the Reds and the Bengals, and I will always be a fan of them no matter what. Speaking of fans, let's get to the co-fan of the year. He is Bengals Captain. What's up, Cap?
What's going on? I told everybody on X to either come say hi or come tell me to off. So we'll see how this goes.
All right. Well, we got 99 people watching us right now. So, it's just up to 101. So either they're gonna tell us to F off or they're gonna be with us.
This could be the beginning of my villain story. Villain origin story. I just cracked. I lost it.
This is gonna be an interesting show, man, because I know people are gonna lose it. Yeah.
That sucked.
Oh my God, it sucked. It was horrible to watch.
The beauty was I'm literally on Twitter watching everybody melt down, and I'm at the bar in Pickerington, and people were so positive, like, man, this sucks, but you know what? They'll fix it.
It's 1 game. It's 1 game. That's what I'm trying to say. That's kind of I don't know if you were out for a little bit. That's what I'm kind of saying though. Like the Reds right now are in the playoffs. There are so many times this year that I've given up on them and I got pissed off at them and everything. Right now they're in the playoffs. Will they finish in the playoffs? I don't know. They got to win 6 games. But this is 1 game. 1 game, and it was an awful game. There's nothing. I can't take anything good out of this game to have with the Bengals, other than I hope to God they do better in Denver, and I think they will because there's not this bad of a team. I mean, hell, yesterday was weird. I mean, the Packers lost. The Bears destroyed the Cowboys. There's a lot of weird games yesterday. So I don't have an explanation. I can't explain what happened. We can sit there and say offensive play call. We can sit there and say the offensive line played terrible. We can say, the defense looked awful, blah, blah, blah. All of it looked bad. There's that one thing on there that I'm like, all right, it's this. We got to fix this. Oh, we got to do this.
All right.
Like,
I know what I got to fix.
Good.
Something's up with my camera. Hold on.
All right. I'm waiting.
Okay.
There you go. That's better.
So that's obviously a filter. That is not. Okay. What the hell? I felt like I had makeup on, and I took that off hours ago. Again, I don't know. Social media, I'm telling y'all, like, I'm the nerd that's I've been on a computer. So I was programming a computer at 5 years old. I was on social media back when, it's CompuServe and we paid $6 an hour to dial up. Like, if there's anybody who should be all in, I'm all in. And it's toxic as hell. Like, people, you've got to realize, like, the weird echo chamber online, it's not healthy. It's not.
It's not.
Oh, yeah. Tony Blaze. I was sitting here looking. I'm like, can I add to my little soundboard Purple Rain real quick?
Purple Rain.
There, even better.
Purple Rain. Oh, I know. I'm a good singer.
So, hey, let me riff through.
Go ahead. I've got
pop. You said hey to everybody, right?
I did. I said hey to everybody. Yep,
yeah. All right. Good. I saw Crip popped in. Everybody
blowing it up. I can't. I'm trying to get that. At least pop everybody's though. You got one you want to pick one? Which one do you want to?
Oh no, I'll just roll through. I seen the cliche, insanity's repeating the same actions repeatedly. You're expecting different outcome. Like, yeah, I hear people say it, but what's it mean? I know what it means, but what's it mean to you? Cornell Hope. We might have some good convo this show. This is all on Zach. If you're sticking with JB6, change the scheme to help him. They have. They've done it before.
They did change the scheme. The offense was different yesterday. It was.
Yeah.
That wasn't the Joe Burrow offense. That wasn't. And people think it was. Like, it wasn't.
And so to anyone, sometimes we just fall into that hole of this sucks and I'm going to listen to whoever, or I heard whatever, or I'm just going to go with the negativity. It's just easier because having hope and getting your heart broken sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've been down bad this day. 0. I don't remember work, and God, I hope nobody from work is listening. I don't remember. Like, I was just in a fog all day. I should not hit me that bad, but man, not only is it our favorite team, but like, you get to know some of the people. And like Teddy K, people talking shit about Teddy K, not talking shit, but like, he's not doing as well this year. And, we can cut him and say blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't want to hear that. I want all of these guys to perform up to their potential. And thankfully, Karras came out and said, hey, I'm really upset with my performance yesterday. I'm like, okay, oh God, it's not like he's just falling apart. I'm telling you, the scheme changed. It's going to change some more.
It's going to have to.
But we're talking about the way my brain works. It sucks. I hate it. I hate me. I hate everything. I'm so bad.
I hate me.
I remember everything, and all preseason Bengals fans everywhere were just, Jake sucks. Get rid of him. Jake sucks. Get rid of him. So, okay, we've got Jake sucks. A lot of people were saying the offensive line's trash, and yet we were supposed to do something with that despite 5 turnovers and 2 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Yeah, that's the thing. It's hard. And Zach, you said, and I agree with him. It's hard to win any NFL game when you turn the ball over 5 times.
1-41. Past 10 years. And I made a mistake. It was only 25 games. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I only accounted for 1. So first I looked up where there was at least 1 interception return for a touchdown and 1 fumble return for a touchdown. They're 25 in the last 10 years. That's weird.
Both of them happened yesterday. And poor Bengals, I appreciate that. I don't accept that. You see, we're not very good football. We're 2-1.
I hear that anytime we have a bad game, no matter what, I hear that. I heard that in 2021.
Yeah.
People said that to me in 2021. I think it was a Cleveland game when we kind of got embarrassed. Yeah, and we went to the Super Bowl. So it's like, I'm sorry. People have called me names. People think I'm a douchebag, whatever, for being positive. But I've been through this a million times now. I've seen this. I've seen this going back to Dalton on other social media stuff. I hear the same stuff all the time. And to the people who say it might be new to them. I've heard it from so many people all these years. And it's like, okay, let me try to catch up. You're ripping through these ice.
I know. Well, we got 194 people in here. They're popping them up here. Now, Ken here says coaching. They focus less on run blocking because they passed 5% of the time. They were actually trying to establish the run yesterday. That was the thing. And that's where I go back to when Tony Romo could pick out what we're going to do. That's not good because Tony Romo was calling it out on national TV of what our
but Tony guesses. I mean,
he gets right a lot.
There is something to say. No, he's got a horrible streak. Hey, Kevin, he's got a horrible streak of being wrong. It just sucks when he flips a coin and he's right, and then people think, "Oh my God." Here's the thing, though: when you're down 34-0,
it's hard.
You're gonna be predictable.
Yeah.
When you've got a backup QB and a struggling offensive line, guess what? You're gonna be predictable.
Yeah.
Hey, they knew how bad they were down. I don't know. And it's funny because, I'm seeing, he's like, they ran on first down again. And then I look up and first down and they throw the ball. And I'm like, it's confirmation bias. Is there a high tendency that last game? Absolutely could be. look up the numbers, look up the data. Don't let your feelings drive, what you think about the team. But you know what I don't care about? I don't care about tendencies in that game because it was over. It was over in the beginning. Like, honestly, they should have just said, screw it. And
did a running clock. Just get it over
giving
with.
everybody a tryout and,
Right.
and played with weird stuff, but that would have been a sign of giving up. And then they'd have been like, oh my God, I can't believe Coach Hitter gave up, blah, blah, blah. Like, there was zero chance. Teams, so the last 10 years, teams that get, I was talking about the 1-1. I forgot I left out. Well, what if it was 2 interception returns for a touchdown or 2 fumble returns for a touchdown? So I'd add those in, and it totaled like 41 games total. And previously, the teams were 1-40, which
hold on. Let me get let me go. There's one comment here I want to get to. Bill C here. I'm not trying to be negative, but this team hasn't looked good and gotten 2 gift wins this year. Okay. So what have we said from training camp on? We want to get off to a fast start because this team does not get off to fast starts. Okay. We have never looked good at the beginning of the season. Never. Why? I don't know.
I've got some ideas, but
we'll
talk later.
The point, though, what I'm saying is we started out 2-0. First time ever in Zach Taylor and Joe Burrow's career, they started out 2-0. Right now, we're 2-1. We're still in first place. So we've never looked good at the beginning of the season. We get better as the season goes along, and that's the same thing that happened even when we had Jake Browning as our quarterback. Now, like I said, I personally have no idea why we looked so bad yesterday. There were so many things that I could point out that was bad. You got to fix it. And I don't think this team is that bad. I don't think Minnesota is that good either, but it's just one of those things.
The defense is good.
The defense is good. But when you go back, when you turn the ball over 5 freaking times, I don't care if Joe Burrow's out there.
And why couldn't we play J.J. McCarthy for crying out loud? Like, it would have been so different. I mean, Wentz is a good QB. He's a great backup. Like, I get it. He's had some, 6 teams in 6 years. I don't care. He is miles better than McCarthy. Like, nobody was stealing signals for him. So, he wasn't doing so well. No laugh. No, there's probably some Michigan fans in chat. I'm going to get ripped for that.
Sorry, the chat is fucking blowing up, and I'm loving it. I'm trying to.
I love you all. Like, we're going to try. Hey, you think yesterday was a shit show? You just watch this show, okay? I'm going to run square into the ass of ice here and 2-yard loss every single time. I guarantee it.
We're going to do the butt fumble is what we're going to do.
Exactly. Denver's
good. You can read it.
Hey, Denver's defense sacked Herbert 5 times yesterday, pressuring 49% of his dropbacks. Owen's going to have his work cut out. Number one, you better believe it's going to have its work cut out. And number two, and yet I saw Herbert making big plays.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Herbert avoiding pressure, making big plays. Like this idea, hey, Natty Ron, this idea that, and you know what I really hate? Haters of me are going to say, oh, he's trying to make it about himself. Whatever. 2 pressers like in a row, major pressers in a row. I have said something, and then Zach has repeated it in the presser. And I'm like, and I'm not saying it's because he's not giving any details. Right. It's just how I'm seeing what's going down. And I kept talking about the anomalies of those turnovers. And Zach gets on. He's like, well, it looks like an anomaly. I'm like, oh, shit. He even used the word anomaly. Like, oh, damn. I'm not beating the charges. Now. But some of this stuff to me is common sense. I don't have to dig too deep. Now, I looked at some of the film, and I really love Bengals Sands breaking down some of that at just the absolute lack of execution on the offensive line and the run game.
Yeah,
they weren't blocking the right people. The basic run. So here's the thing, like, oh, we should be doing this or that. They're not getting the basic blocking assignments correct on simple runs.
Mm-hmm.
New offensive line coach, couple of new guys. We can assume that some of that. I texted a buddy and experiencing NFL, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know what the play was, but typically when you see this, they should have. Now, why? Well, everyone's probably scrambling because we got a rookie left guard. You know, we've got a rookie or a struggling vet at right guard, you know, depending on, and everyone's playing a little bit different. And damn it if he didn't say they got to gel. And that's a one thing that offensive linemen have told me. NFL offensive linemen have told me on more than one occasion that it takes time to gel.
How many times Dave Lapham said that? How many times Dave Lapham said that? Yep.
There you go. Dave Lapham. Everybody loves it. Dave Lapham in the Bengals Ring of Honor. Lap has said it takes time to gel. What do? Every year we've got a new offensive line. Like we're making Jello in the off season every year, and we got to put it in the fridge for the first couple of games. I'm like, son of a gun. So you're going to have some of that stuff. Well, what about all these other teams? Well, Ravens look fine. Bills look fine. Yeah, there's very little turnover. Like we haven't had that beastly offensive line since 2015 and 2016 maybe. And they've been striking out since. Lately, hey, Matt Lee, Fairchild, Mims, you know, undrafted free agent McLaughlin. There's guys waiting in the wings. You know, hey, we may have finally. Who knows? We don't know that Zach Taylor's not pounding the table for these guys, or pounding the table for the offensive line coach to get these type of guys. And we're finally going to fix it, but it's been a scouting issue for so long that
I don't agree with this here. Let's see how Ricky Bobby here is Cap. How you feel about another wasted season? How can you say it's a wasted season right now? And
he might not be saying that. He might, you know, like it's so. I leave words out of my posts. I get benefit of the doubt, and he can clarify in chat. But
he says maybe it's time to explore other options like QB. Dude, it's more than just a QB. We talked about the offensive line of missing assignments, missing blocks. I mean, it's more than just. It was everything. Everything was bad yesterday.
Yeah,
It's not just one. That's what I'm trying to. People say Zach's got to go. This guy, I'm like, it was a shit show yesterday. It was awful. Now, come on, poor Bengal fan. Hey, we won't win the next 3 games. Hey, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not.
Hey, I mean, I've heard that before, and then they go on a streak. Like, hey, that's
your
opinion.
Again, look at the Reds. That's why I'm trying to bring this back. Look at the Reds. I gave
people
up on the Reds.
People got to fan how they want to fan.
Yeah,
and this one's down bad, and I feel bad, and it sucks. It sucks that there's any reason for you to be that down. You know, that to me, that's the underlying. Like, if I'm in ownership and I want to maximize my investment, I don't want that to happen. Like, why are we here? What can we do never to be here again? Now, some of that, man, I've been digging for a lot of information, and the Joe Burrow stuff is it's just freakish to the point where, like, Joe look towards some Eastern medicine. You know, some of the hey, I'm telling you, Kung Fu, some of the joint work and everything. Walt Palmer, all these people saying fire Zach. I like to see them lose their star QB, then turn around and dominate on offense. Hey, I'll say it. Some teams do it, but
it's still September, people.
The teams that do it, yes, Wonder Bread. It's still September. The teams that do it usually have dominant offensive lines and established, like, staff players. Like, everything is just already there. Esther, we didn't arrive in this position football-wise overnight. We'll be fixed in 3 games. Calm down, Karens. The offensive line thing, and I hate talking about the offensive line because I have friends on the offensive line.
We have to,
and
unfortunately, I mean, Orlando Brown is cool as hell. I've met him. Ted Karras is awesome.
So I am at Top Golf with the offensive line, okay? And I thought it would be cool to get somebody on video who talks offensive line in social media. And I didn't realize that he might not be well thought of. And I handed the phone around, and everybody's like, hey, dude, calm down. It's going to be okay. All the way down, I'm like, oh, God, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to embarrass anybody, but that was the take. Everything sky was falling, and this line, they know who they are. They know what's going on. They have their opinions. Reds tickets tomorrow for $8. Let's fill it up.
Yes.
Absolutely. I'm
Absolutely.
telling you, we've seen it before. They're in the hunt, and then the stadium's empty. Yeah. And I'm going to try to make it to one of them, one of these last games. Jess is absolutely down for one of them. She's going to be there.
I'm hoping to be there. We'll see.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I'm a bigger Bengals fan than I'm a Reds fan. I'm still a Reds fan, but
my problem is I work so early in the morning. Is my problem. That's my problem.
Yeah,
Ricky Bobby, do we start to talk about rebuild? No, we don't start talking about rebuild. It's one loss.
No, not at all. But I would say, like, if they don't figure out some consistency and confidence with the offensive line, I blow it up and start from scratch. Like, invest every pick. Like, I'm talking, go all in. Man. So my heydays, I grew up watching the 80s Bengals and that great monster offensive line. And then most of us remember, the 2014, 2015, Witt, Zeitler, like, I mean,
Big Willie.
You remember just bitching about the center?
Yes.
It's like, for the longest time, we couldn't find a center.
Yes. That was our problem. Now
everyone else was just like Hall of Fame.
Right.
And we're like, damn it, the center or what? And fast forward how many years, and we're like, we need 5 guys to play offense. I'm not saying that right now. OBJ admitted he's not playing up to par. Yeah. And I don't care about the passing sets. Some of those reps, no. KP from KC5, injury shows how much Joe carries this thing. Burrow's akin to Marino Breeze. Have to get coach right. They got to change now.
Thanks for $5 super chat, by the way. Appreciate you.
I see. I hear that a lot, but the thing is, the coaching staff has adapted this offense to Burrow, and more and more people are talking about maybe Burrow needs to change what he runs.
I've said that. That's the thing where when Burrow got hurt, that's what I kind of said last week. We need to figure out how you don't always need 5 guys going out and pass. They need to maybe leave some guys back to protect Joe, because and it's hard to get Joe to get rid of the ball, but somehow he's got to get rid of the ball and try not to make all these hero plays all the time. That's what's getting him hurt, I think. But it's hard to get Joe. Joe did it in preseason in the Washington game. We're all going throw the ball away. What are you doing? So it's Joe, and I don't think you can coach that out of Joe. I mean, I listened to the Cincy 360 today, and somebody on there was like, well, is it time that we, need to draft another quarterback? No, I like Tony Pike said, I'm rolling with Joe until the wheels fall off. But you got to do something to try to get him more protection or something. He's got to do more play action, go under center, do something in the offensive scheme has got to change so he stops getting hit and taking these hits somehow. That's the bottom line. Now, moving forward, Jake Browning, they got to go back to the drawing board and reassess what they were trying to do, because we talked about it ad nauseum last week. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. They were trying to run the ball yesterday. They couldn't run the ball. They were trying. I don't know if it's like, well, you said people were missing blocks, simple blocks. That's got to get tightened, and that should get tightened up. It's week 3. We shouldn't be doing that, but you're looking at it this way is you lost your starting quarterback, so the offense was run one way, and then we got to switch it all to this. So we're doing things that guys aren't comfortable doing and haven't done. So it might take a week or so to get those assignments right. I mean, does that sound like I'm making excuses, or does that sound like something that's actually what we saw on Sunday?
That part on the assignments, I don't know. Maybe it's too complicated. They got to simplify it. I don't know. I just know. I just want to scream. You know what? All I know.
This one cracks me up. Tank for Arch. Come on now.
I don't. I mean, I only watched the OSU game. I wasn't impressed.
He's joking.
Cornell Hope seems like they lost confidence in Zach as a coach. I lost count at how many times I heard that, and the players will laugh. Could it happen one day? maybe. I mean, players were fired up for Marvin Lewis when he first came on. At the end of his tenure, 16 years later, the message kind of got stale. People were tired of it. But, after a while, when you're hearing these little kitschy mottos to start each training camp, run on your own gas, and it's the same BS year in and year out, and they don't get anywhere, then you're going to lose the team eventually. Everything that I've heard, that's not Zach. Anytime that there's a loss, it's funny because Burrow just sits on the sideline. During a win, he'll sit and stare, and nobody sees it. Nobody talks about it. During a loss, he's doing the same thing. They're like, look at it. He wants traded. Look at it. He
just said that.
Well,
it's just like the whole thing with last year.
psychic.
Well, like last year when they said, remember he got in a screaming match with Zach. Oh, he's done with Zach Taylor. And then we saw a quarterback, and that had nothing to. He wasn't mad.
And
at Zach.
it was completely wrong.
Yeah, he wasn't mad at Zach.
Everything everybody thought was wrong.
Right. He was mad about not getting the flags and executing things right, but he wasn't mad at Zach. That's what, like, Joe and Zach get along. They do. They are one and the same. I think Joe and Pitch get along. They're all the same mindset, I think. So I don't think that's the problem. Now everybody's on here is going, does Zach have a short rope? Now I said this last year, and I said with them making the changes that they did, that this could be Zach's if they don't make the playoffs, whatever. But that was with a healthy Joe Burrow. Now, if let's just say they go 9-8 and barely miss the playoffs again this year, which would absolutely freaking suck. I don't know if Zach gets fired. I don't necessarily think he will because I don't think he would because you lost Joe Burrow and you took them to 9-8 again, which I hope they don't. I mean, I want to go to the damn playoffs. I'm just saying. But the point to this is, for me right now, like I said last week, I'm taking it. Last week, we're taking it 1 week at a time. That's all we can as a Bengals fan. We got to go see how they look in Denver. If they look in Denver like they did in Minnesota, we're in trouble. I will admit that we're in trouble. But if we don't, which I don't think we will, because Zach usually has the teams ready to go for primetime games, and we're not that bad of a team that we saw on Sunday. We're not that bad. We're not too talented of a team to look that bad.
Hey, real quick, is my video reversed? Is Joe Burrow? No. Okay. Straight. Anyway, yeah. I'm having some issues over here, but anyway,
no, right.
I desperately want to catch up. I'm having a Joe Burrow moment where I'm like one track mind and I want to catch up. Okay. Tony Blaze, it goes to Prince beat our ass. Man, I can't imagine getting my ass beat. Like, Prince was a tiny dude. I watched a Prince cover band out in Vegas, and dude was from Illinois. Looked exactly like him, same height, same weight, same speech pattern. Like, it was incredible. He's a little dude.
So you keep mentioning things that need to be corrected. Most of these things, the coach is responsible for. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I will.
I'll get there though.
It can be correctable, is what I'm saying. Either way, it's got to be corrected by somebody.
Ken, Coach Taylor seems to struggle getting the team fired up, prepared for game day time. I disagree, and the players would disagree too. I mean, it's funny because some of the fans want somebody yelling and screaming, and they want this like destroyer that played defense to coach the team. And Joe Burrow's actually come out and said absolutely not. So if we got a guy like that, I don't know. We might lose buy-in from Joe Burrow. So that sucks.
The thing is, like, that whole thing is just show. I mean, yeah, I've seen Zach get mad. I've seen Zach get mad.
Oh yeah, he was furious right off the jump,
right off the bat,
because Dax Hill got called for breathing. He was standing there. He made a tackle. Nothing happened, and Ron Torbert said, "Bend over." You existed in stripes. You're getting a flag.
So I mean, he does get upset, and I think the whole thing where it's old. What coach does that now? I mean, I know Andy Reid. There's a video of Andy Reid ripping into Travis Kelce. But
But
he, all the
he
time,
did that
right?
in response. Travis
Yeah.
Kelsey come to him, like people talking about
Right.
Reed as if, oh, look at Reed. It's because Travis Kelsey ripped into him.
But Reed
Otherwise, he doesn't do that.
That's it. Reed doesn't do that all the time. Like no NFL. This whole macho crap. Oh, you got to yell at him and cuss at him. No NFL team does that. I mean, the Vikings coach, I can't remember his name right. He doesn't do that. So
watch Kelsey rip into Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor's going to light him up. Yeah. I guarantee you. I've seen it when no one's watching too many times. Like people forget some of these emotional, either pregame or postgame. We don't see the pregame. He's yelling pregame too. It's just he's not going to drop MF this and that. John Hinkle, you guys think why we'll get started if we lose badly Monday night? Yeah, offensive knowledge is going to win the day. The knowledge of the playbook.
I doubt it. I don't. I mean, we'd have to look awful. I mean, really bad.
Cornell, Zach's scheme is definitely the problem. Zach's scheme is Joe Burrow's scheme. That's what it is. And I haven't finished diving in, but it's funny because people talking about the pass sets. It feels like some people that I've interacted with online, it's just they hate Zach. And when they grab something that confirms their bias, they just run with it. So lately I've been hammered with the Andrew Whitworth article that was over at Athletic, Paul Dehner. And the funny thing is, it's a specific quote talking about how hard it is to, in Whitworth's mind, to play offensive line for the Cincinnati Bengals. And that is one small snippet of a large article. The rest of the article says other stuff. But we're going to pick out one little place. And, Zach yelled at Dunlap. Yeah. Good memory. Geez. So Whit said a lot of things. If you look at the things that were related, most of what Whit said in that article were somehow related to Joe becoming a different type of quarterback, like Stafford coming from Detroit and being that more of a play action under center type of guy. And he thinks that's the better way to go. And honestly, it's kind of because you're helping minimize hits. It's not even necessarily the way he was talking about it. He didn't directly call out the help on the O-line. It's that, hey, you're helping yourself out a little bit too. But the injuries that have happened have been freak. The toe was a normal sack.
Yeah, well, so is the wrist.
The wrist was a normal sack. Yeah. The knee wasn't. That is a problem, which sucks because Michael Jordan held on to his block too long. I got word that for a couple of weeks in practice, he was doing it in practice and did the same thing. Almost pushed a defensive lineman into Joe in practice. And the other players were like, are we going to do something about that? And I think it was Turner at the time, for whatever reason, loved Michael Jordan and didn't say a word. They're like, we got to fix this. And then it happens in a game.
Dustin here said, how do you guys explain the O-line finishing in the bottom of the league the last 6 years in every statistical category? At some point, we're out of the reasons why. I honestly can't answer that because the part I get tired of people saying is that they don't spend money on the offensive line, that they don't do this. They've signed Orlando Brown. They've drafted Mims. They drafted I can't think of the guard now. I can't think of George. I can't think of his name. Fairchild. They signed Ted Karras. They went out and signed not one but two guards. I mean, they have spent money on this. Why it's not working? Because one, like Cap said, it's continuity. We're constantly changing guys in and out, so that doesn't help. But I don't know. We changed offensive line coaches. We changed. I mean, I can't. I don't know. I don't have an answer for it. I mean, do you have an answer for it, Cap? Because I sure as hell don't.
So number one core for me is we have got to get the player, the talent acquisition correct. Now, if we were just swimming in offensive line greatness, Yeah. You can miss. You can take a reach. You can miss. You can whatever. We can't afford it. We have to nail every decision we make on the offensive line if we want to rebuild the offensive line. And you look, Jackson Carman. Everything that was told to me was a Mike Brown pick. Mike Brown kind of, I don't want to say pulled rank, but he loves his local guys. And I've told the story before, but I believe it was Sands on Twitter. I get a leak, and it was like, get to know who Jackson Carman is. And I looked him up and I realized, oh shit. And I messaged Sands. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Sands. Anybody wants to ask, tag him. And I'm like, hey, can you bring up some stuff on Jackson Carman real fast? He's like, why? I'm like, just do it. He's like, oh no. I'm like, oh yeah, just please. Because I'm like, the fan base is going to melt down. So I'm admitting right there, I tried to soften the blow of that. That was not a directive from the team. It was somebody that knew, and that was a second round, and we just completely whiffed.
Yes.
People can ask about Volson. We look at all the offensive linemen we passed over that we could have reasonably gotten, not reaching, not.
You got one this year. We could have Ratcliffe. We could have drafted him when we drafted, which I'm not saying we should or shouldn't have. I wanted to draft him in the. We drafted Knight in the second round. That's right there. I mean, I would have. That's the way I wanted us to go, but we didn't. So,
which, I mean, I think Knight's looking good.
I think Knight's looking good. I'm not. This is not me shitting on Knight. It's
oh yeah.
It's offensive line. It's that's all it is.
But man, I wish we had that to say about every single choice we've made. We don't. Normally, it's been. I mean, we've had some big misses, and I feel like just recently, the past couple of years, we've turned it around. Whatever, maybe they did something differently in how they evaluated. I'm sure it pained them. I'm sure they wanted to get a shot at Ratledge, but I think they made the right choice. So,
Carrie here, Iceman, what's your timing for the Reds' rise? I've got a possible scenario for Tito's kids. What? My timing? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. They got to win 6 games to clinch a playoff spot right now. But I know they're off tonight, and so are the Mets. So, what's your possible scenario? Let me know. KP from KC, our O line is worse than Houston's. What the F?
Our O line will improve. I hate that we're talking about gelling again, or I'm talking about gelling again. You guys don't have to, take my BS. Can relying solely on one-dimensional passing game is not a sustainable strategy for achieving Super Bowl glory. I mean, we went and we were some ref cooking away from winning the Lombardi. And I mean, hey, now that year we threw less than we did in 2024. We threw so much in 2024 because we had zero defense. We had to. We were always trying to keep up. A running game. The running game didn't look terrible. Chase Brown had a good year. And if you look at it, we were all talking about Chase Brown breaking the all-purpose yards.
I said it a million times on here, and I don't
understand how some people forget this. Like we were suddenly it's not working. It never looked like this last year at all. And everybody's Zach's never done this.
Beginning of the year, it did, and then we got better. It may not as bad as yesterday, but we started
not
off
as bad because Zach Moss earlier in the year was still rattling off 4 yards a carry.
But
people just forgot it.
Yeah, what we saw here early, it's the run, and we've tried with the pound of the table last week to run the ball, and we tried to run it yesterday and just flat could not run the ball yesterday at all. And I don't want to hear Zach gave up on running the ball. Zach could give up on running the ball. He tried to run it,
but also
times we couldn't.
The constant running on early downs, not every time. It's not every time, but it's like if you're trying to give Jake some cover, you've got 3 downs. 3rd and long, you're not going to run unless you're backed up and you want to prevent a disaster, you've got two choices. I mean, it's not like there's 10 downs.
Yes,
you know.
we agree on this.
Yeah, screw Ron Torbert, man. What an idiot.
All right, Gary here again. Ice, I like this. Imagine the I-71 World Series, Reds versus Guardians. TDO looking in the mirror, managing against himself. What a baseball storyline ever! Because the Guardians, I think they're pretty close. I think they're like one game out or so of the playoffs too. So you're saying there's a chance, and like I said, I don't mind talking Reds, but everybody in chat's talking Bengals. so I mean, yeah, that's. I'm going with what everyone's talking about. Everyone's talk Bengals, which I'm fine with. We talk Bengals. I like talking Reds too.
Yeah, Cornell is one game, but they look like they gave up. And again, everybody's allowed to say that and think that. I don't like to say they looked like, because no one knows. Every time anybody tells me, oh, they look like, they were wrong. And I'm not seeing dudes' emotions and what's on their mind through their helmet and stuff like that. So
you can't see through guys' helmets?
I get what you're saying, but yeah, Bengals therapy Monday. Yeah, absolutely. Losing like that's not acceptable. Hey, 2 defensive touchdowns allowed, 5 overall turnovers.
Well,
no one in the history of the league has won a game like that. Now, you want to look at the Super Bowl. The Chiefs lost like that. I don't care about the last couple of garbage touchdowns when the Eagles were already celebrating. Same thing, 34-0, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yesterday was No.
The Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
they were down big, got absolutely embarrassed.
Dustin, not gonna lie, guys, the most embarrassing O-line play I've ever seen, not being hyper. What is that? He put big words.
Hyperbole.
Yeah,
he's not exaggerating.
Yeah,
it's not
our line. Our line that was held together by rubber bands never looked that bad in Super Bowl year, and that's where I'm going back. Like, yes, that's where I'm like. Sometimes you got games that just effing suck, and that's what yesterday was there, and that's why I'm like, it's an anomaly. I'm not taking now. I keep saying they go to Denver and look like that. Then you've got an actual fact. You got a storyline of way things are going. But this is one game, and we got freaking destroyed, 48-10. We were never in that game. The other 2 games, you can say, oh, we didn't look that good. We still won them. We were in those games.
I want to say those other 2 games, we didn't get gifts. We won those.
Yeah, we won.
The second game, I mean, that was a hard-fought battle back to win by a backup QB. We didn't steal anything. We got that one. And everyone wants to forget about the struggles, the self-inflicted wounds we had. They miss a kick, we drop a touchdown. Like, there were drop passes, there were missed reads, there were errors all over the field on offense. We shot ourselves in the foot just because somebody wants to talk about a kicker. Nah, yeah, Diddy oil on the ball. I was telling Hube, I'm like, can we check the defenders? Like, do they have some grease somewhere?
What's going on?
Jamar
Chase even fumbled.
They're like wiping it up.
Fumbles. Yeah, Jamar Chase fumbled, and he never fumbles. I'm like,
wait, it's been a couple of years. But all those people, and somebody on Twitter was like, Zach didn't have them prepared because that defense, Flores teaches that, and they weren't ready for it. What the hell? They played against a Flores defense before. They understand people punch and chop of the football. Yeah. They can see it on tape. They saw it all week. Mm-hmm. They've been doing this since they've been how young. That's one of the most fundamental things they've just stopped.
I appreciate that.
Amen.
Us Bengals fans got to get this off our chest. I agree.
One of my interactions online was great. A good dude, some back and forth. In the end, he's like, you know what? I'm just mad. Amen. We all are.
We all are mad. I think, like I said, I can't sit here and go, we're going to be perfectly fine next week. I don't know. I hope we will be. I think we're closer to the team of the first 2 weeks than we were last week. I think we're closer to the offense, even with Jake Browning of last year, than I saw yesterday. But I don't know. I just know yesterday isn't normal, and I don't expect us to play like that the rest of the year.
No. Yeah. Let's see. Coach said they're considering implementing a 2-back set. Hey, if Jake is down with it, Fantastic. I think Jake's going to pick it up. Jake missed some open guys. He had some stuff. Now, this is not on Jake at all because, again, when you're that far behind and you've coughed up the balls, people hate it, but Zach's right. Every time we were in their territory, give the ball up. In there again, give the ball up. People forget that it was a fumble return for touchdown. We got the ball back. We fumbled again. They scored a touchdown. And then what? We fumbled it again? And then they got a field goal. Like, you've got to be kidding me. We were at the bar like, I'm numb now. Miss me out. Game against Vikings reminded me of the past games against the Browns. It just had our number.
Shout out to him. He showed up to the watch party yesterday. So I appreciate it.
Meow's awesome.
So good dude. He showed up with his hat and everything, giving away Bengals rings too. So
awesome. And then the Miss Limits so Captain, you actually think we should trade Joe? No. Easy answer. Nope. Poor Bengals fan, hire Joe Brady. If you hire Joe Brady, you're getting the exact same offense we have now.
That one cracks me up. Like, you do know Joe Brady was the LSU offense, which is what we're
Zach Taylor grabbed stuff from Joe Brady.
Right.
I mean, and then somebody tried to hit me with the, they Athletic recently did a poll on best play callers. There were like 5 guys who we already know the top 5 that were at the top, and then it was a huge drop off. Like, we're not getting those top 5 guys. And guess who wasn't on the one vote? Joe Brady. Maybe we needed that ass whooping to wake everybody the fuck. Hey,
I'll take it.
Who knows why you would need to? It's like you've got a backup QB that you know is going to need a little extra help. You would think that's the extra motivation you need, but whatever.
It's kind of like, all right, they were maybe. It's still a shock to lose Joe Burrow, and they look like they were still in shock that he wasn't there, and maybe they got this out of their system. Hope to God they got this out of their system. Again,
T-Brookie.
I don't know.
That's the funny part. Fire Zach crowd are talking like they won the Super Bowl. They're so happy today that Zach's being blamed. People don't realize I hear from hundreds of people that I've never heard from in my life. Anytime that there's anything that they could try, like a bad game, regardless, 5 turnovers, Zach didn't do that. They come out of the woodwork. They thrive on just trying to cause chaos with Zach. I don't even think you look through the profiles. A lot of them don't have a single note about Bengals. It's like they're just trying to, like they're opposing fans, and they're just hoping we end up getting a coach that Joe hates, and then he asks for a trade. Craig, we can't keep running up the middle on first down. We don't. Some of those runs were designed to go outside, and the running back took him up the middle anyway. Also, Jake has another play to check out of. I don't know why he didn't.
All right. So, Esther's here. So
that's funny.
That's funny. But all right. So one that I forgot. I saw this in the game, and Tony Pike brought it up today, where Jake saw the blitz coming, and he communicated to Mike G, "You're my hot read. I'm going to go to you." And for some reason, the ball snapped, and he turned completely the opposite way and threw it to Chase. And Mike G is wide open, or maybe had one guy on him. Either way, the play was to Mike G. I don't know why, because Jake made the right call. He communicated to Mike G, and then he didn't execute it. How's that Zach's fault? I don't know. So that's one, and I saw that in the game. I'm going, because I think Tony Romo even pointed it out. I'm going, what the hell are you doing?
And here's the thing with the Chiefs, okay? You've got a top 5 offensive line. The worst they've been, like if they have like a top 10, Pat struggles, which is insane to me. But normally they've got like a top 5 offensive line. When Andy Reid calls something crazy or weird, or people don't execute, Mahomes makes a play. I was watching a little last night. I'm like, oh, Mahomes might be back, because he was making dudes in the backfield. He was under pressure all game, and they just couldn't get him. He kept making everybody miss and making fools out of everybody, and throwing 70-yard dots in the spot, like on a dime. Hi, Valerie. You know what? But here's the thing. Everybody's like, oh, well, Andy Reid makes the offense easy for It didn't look easy at all. I mean, it was constantly long developing routes and reads and everything. And Mahomes made that, but nobody will say a word about that.
Oh, I got a request here. Please play the "I Believe in Jake Browning" song to give me some hope. All right.
Maybe that's what did it. Maybe we should never play that again.
I'll play it. Here we go.
I believe in Jake Brown. He's the QB we adore. When the pocket starts collapsing, he's the one who moved the chains once more. I believe in Jake Brown. Hear the jungle loud and proud. When he cuts back, throws it deep. The Bengals roar as the crowd gets loud.
Some people don't like that song.
All right, so
after this prediction this week, I don't know if I even like that song.
Okay, yesterday, like people were talking, like, well, we started out didn't give Jake anything easy. Okay, right side run, right end on first down, and then second down was a throw short left to Chase. That was supposed to be that. Chase grabs it and hauls off for 15 yards, breaking a tackle here and there. And then incomplete pass, short right, intended for Chase again. So, I mean, we didn't execute. Simple as that. And then let's see, first down, Jamar Chase left end for 9 yards.
I don't believe in it, Chop. I don't believe in it.
There you go.
You make your own juju.
So, I mean, like Tony Romo predicted Jamar Chase left end for 9 yards. Bullshit. Jake Browning up the middle for 3 yards. I think that was avoiding pressure, and then pass complete short to Noah. Chase Brown again, right guard for 1 yard, fumble, but recovered his own. And then that was the interception. I mean, we're talking about just a handful of plays. Well, you're not going to get a lot of variety if you've got 3 plays and then you're toast.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The first interception, that the one where he had a lane and he started running, and then he decided to float the ball up, and somebody jumped in front of him.
I think so.
I think but either way, that one there, I'm watching going, just keep running. At least you.
I know. I posted a highlight video. I made a quick highlight video, and half of it was him running, and then he didn't run.
Hold on. This is actually wrong. Right here. Sorry. Any of us noticed that the other defense blitzed the shit out of us. That's actually not true. Tony Pike had the stats up today that they only blitzed like, I want to say 10, 11 times, if that, through however, and they had a ton of like 60 something snaps. So that's not true, which doesn't make it any better. It actually makes it worse that we couldn't stop, but they didn't blitz the crap out of us. No. So,
yeah.
Right, I just wanted to.
And let's see. Yeah, I'm seeing some passes on first down. I'm seeing, where was the next one after the interception? First down, Chase Brown left tackle. So this whole idea that it was just a run right up the middle. Yeah, it looks like blitzing when the O-line collapses. Absolutely.
One thing, Craig's got a thing here. So, if we don't have a running game, we're cooked. Jake Browning isn't Burrow, and he's not going to carry the team like Joe can. Throws too many picks, trying to make things happen. Now, my thing is this. All right, everybody wants to run the ball, which I am not disagreeing with. But this team is built on passing. So I'm not saying chuck it 30 times. But why can't we try to do some bubble screens, some stuff plays out of backfield? I don't know. Chase,
we have them. We do them.
Right. Well, we didn't yesterday. Jamar Chase getting a ball out of the backfield. He had 9-yard run after that. That's stuff that they can do and we're successful at. So that's something that could happen. Thanks to GC3 for the super sticker. I don't know what the
super sticker.
I appreciate it though.
What's that? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I wish I knew what the sticker looked like. Hopefully, it's not the middle finger.
It's somehow somebody snuck in an F cap. Like what the heck? I wonder.
Esther, every player we had was off yesterday. When every player we have is off, it's bad. When every player clicks, it's great. Yeah, that's kind of it is just a bad freaking game from the get-go. It just sucked. And we had games like that in our Super Bowl run where we didn't look very good.
And the fan base melted down then too.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
It's insane. Like I don't get it. I'm looking at Pro Football Focus. I wanted to see if they have any.
Okay, hold on. This doesn't make any sense here. Or Purcell, Bengals win Super Bowl in 2026. Okay, then he says Bengals are going to be 3-1, and then he says it's time for the Bengals to rebuild.
No, different people.
Oh, poor Bengal. Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry, Purcell.
It's because of the icon.
Yeah, icon was saying my bad. I my fault of that. I like positivity, Purcell.
So they ran 5 screens yesterday. And I don't think that counts some of the design short throws like that, some of the real quick short stuff to chase. I don't know, but they ran 5 legit screens with like the blocking and everything out of his 30 drive. So 7 play action and 5 screens out of 30. So almost half in a rough day.
Exactly, bro. Next week, if we win, I'm saying let them know we back up. It just cracks me up. We should try to get Jameson. I think she means Jameson Winston for 4th. At least he has an arm to get the ball to T. Higgins and Chase. Do you guys forget what Jake Bryan did 2 years ago?
I mean, he threw some deep darts. Jake's got the ability. Jake's got the ability. He wasn't seeing the field like he has. I mean, there was a 3-game streak where he was breaking records.
Yeah.
In accuracy. He was dealing.
Yeah.
That he's just got to get back to that, which hey, first game back, new offensive line, and just if that first pick is just a pick, you don't know that we don't get the ball. You don't know that we don't stop him, hold him field goal. The whole game unfortunately it's big. Did Jake press a little bit? Jake's cool as hell, but did Jake press a little bit after the pick 6? Maybe. I wouldn't blame it if he did. I am so far behind in chat.
Well, we're over an hour, dude. So we're probably going to get dude. The chat is awesome. When the chat blows up like this, I love you guys. We're not going to be able to get to everybody. That's why I try to pop up as many as I can. But
how long can you stay, Ice?
Huh?
How long can you stay, Ice?
Well, I can stay for a while.
Okay, we'll power through this. Ken talking about coaching again. The focus less on blocking because they pass 85% of the time. That's just not true. They not only do they run more than that, but they also use the very short, quick passing as an extension of the run game. That's been widely known. Hey, I would love to see the Corey Dillon days, but along with Corey Dillon just being a freak, that maybe Saquon and maybe Henry can match. That's about it. Those 2 teams also have massive offensive lines.
Exactly, bro.
No. I'm excited.
He wants to get through all this stuff. Hey, cap like
everybody in chat is not a complete ass, and I love that. Like
my people in my chat are awesome. I love
once again, yeah. But man, people are just ripping me online. I'm coming here for safety. Like I'm hiding in here. I want to stay in here forever.
The cool thing is, like I said, we all can have debates and discussions about everything. You ain't got to get mad about it. It's football. It's supposed to be fun. We're all upset. I'm upset.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we talked about it, but Dustin talked about an honest assessment of Scott Peters so far. I don't think we should be seeing the mistakes we're seeing right now. That's what I'm going to say. I don't know the answer. I don't know enough about it. Sometimes when I've opened my mouth about offensive line, I've had a coach or player say, this is the right answer. And I was way off. All I know is, man, it looked bad. It looked really bad. And it shouldn't look that bad. There's no way it should look this bad. So unless there is and I'm hoping for a miraculous turnaround and then Scott Peters is just a genius, I'm a little worried that the Patriots offensive line was rough with Scott Peters. I was hoping the connection to Bill Callahan. But hey, guess what? Our buddy Bill Callahan, who Washington Redskins blocked from coming to Cincinnati, or our entire fortunes probably would be different. We probably could have easily won the Super Bowl. We were there. But whatever. He leaves Cleveland, and their line falls apart. And I'm like, wow, this dude really is a genius. He's in Tennessee now, and their line sucks. So in the end, you can make some magic, but if it's with a pile of shit, you're still trying to make magic with a pile of shit.
Now this one, Ricky, I wanted them to. You could ask Dale. I was dying for them to draft Linderbaugh, and the freaking Ravens took him before us.
Yeah. Some's got they need to go all in, and not just big money at the best free agent available type thing, but when that blue chipper that for a fact that their team is going to be pissed when he leaves for us, get that guy. Get that guy.
Well,
how do I feel about another wasted season? It's not over yet.
We thought we did that with Orlando Brown, and I'm not saying Orlando Brown is done, but he hasn't looked.
He had a good season last year. He started out rough this year. I'm hoping it's just temporary.
But my point is, we did do that with Orlando, so they have done it. Just need to do it again. But the thing is, like, we're talking about Linderbaum. I'm concentrating on Denver Monday night. We got to get better then. I'm not ready to start talking about that. We are in first place, people. Just in case you forgot, here's the actual standings. We're in first place. Just remember, Baltimore's 1-1. Baltimore loses tonight, which is they could. We're up 2 games on them. So it ain't over. It ain't over. That's all I'm saying.
Not at all. I'm moving through.
Joe got the Super Bowl with a line way worse than this. Jonah couldn't even start on this.
It so blows my mind.
Mm-hmm. So I don't. Again, it's one. I'm just trying to talk everybody off the ledge. It's one game. Well, like I said, if they play like this next Monday, it might be a whole different show Tuesday.
Ken's saying O-line plays stiff. They get stood up. They won't move on the. I don't understand why. Like they were waiting for contact in the run game. They weren't dictating.
Yes, they need to fire off the ball and attack. Is what, yeah.
And people argued with me that, it's Zach. Like, Zach is not telling these dudes, be patient, be soft, stop. Like, okay, whatever happened, it's got to get fixed. And Zach, like a lot of other coaches, are going to rely on their coordinators, position coaches, stuff like that, to make decisions. And I can tell you, so there have been heated discussions, angry discussions with Zach and other staff members before. I probably shouldn't be saying this.
Story time with
there was some resentment last year for shit that went on, and I probably should not be saying that. But people are not pushovers in that staff, and I'm just going to stop. Zach's on thin ice. I don't think he's on thin ice yet, but I will forever say, no matter how good of a person you are, no matter how great of a coach you are, the results will eventually catch up to you. Right now, Andy Reid, there's a lot of stuff being talked about Andy Reid. They're not using motion. The genius Andy Reid. Their offense looks disjointed. It's struggling. Like, honestly, Mahomes is carrying right now, and it's not even doing that well. I mean, they barely beat a pathetic Giants team, except for one play. I mean, the Giants could have, had they gotten rid of Russ was terrible. Russ was throwing twice? Gave up on 4th downs?
Here's one of your favorite statements.
Give up play calls. You know what? I will agree with somebody saying that if they can tell me how many actual plays he calls. It's not 100%. Simple. It's not. People don't realize that. It's not. Now, when I say that, that's not to try to piss on Dan Pitcher. Pitcher is phenomenal. I don't know the dynamic on who gets what. If there's turns, how much debate. maybe something there needs tweaked, but the overall scheme, the passing. Oh, and talking about passing, not getting you to the bowl when it has. Look up the last Brady Super Bowl win. What year was that?
Tampa. That was 2020.
2020. Okay, I'm going to look at it real quick.
You look that up. I want to answer this. Ice did. We tailored the offense to JB9 and the reason why JB6 cannot run this offense. The offense yesterday was not Joe Burrow's offense. It was tailored to Jake Browning. And if you don't believe me, go listen to Tony Pike. You go rewatch him, Cincy 360, or listen to Cincy 360. He even said that, and he's knows more about quarterback play and offense than I do. And I thought the offense was tailored to Jake Browning, which is what I said that they were going to do, because they didn't do that the first time 2 years ago at first, and they figured out what Jake can do and can't do. Why it looked so bad yesterday? Like I said, I was throwing my hands up. I don't know. A lot of stuff went bad.
So the number of dropbacks, everybody's complaining about Joe Burrow last year because we had zero defense. So that's an anomaly. When we went to the Super Bowl, I think he had 550 attempts. That was it. Okay, Zach takes ownership for the play calls, and that's saying, hey, yeah, that falls on me. If pitch is calling and calls a play, calls it in, there you go. If it works, doesn't work. Zach didn't. Yeah, that's weak. So we were complaining about 600 some attempts last season. It's not sustainable. Yada yada. Joe's going to get killed. People were complaining about it in 2021, and he was at like 550 or whatever, 520. Yeah. And maybe it was 550 if you count the game that he should have played, but he didn't have to. So Tom Brady, we are looking at, back in 2011, 611 attempts, 637 attempts, 628. He had a low year with 582, 624. Believe it, yeah, he was hurt in 16. He only had 431. 2017, he had 581, 570, and then 613, 610. 2021, 719 attempts and 733 attempts his final season. Tom Brady, Tampa Bay. People were like, oh, man, if we only had this Tampa Bay offense.
Well, there you go.
There you go. I mean, I get it. Like Witt's talking about, well, it's harder on the offensive line. It is, but they did it.
But that's what this offensive line does best. They're better pass blockers than they are run blockers. I mean, they just are. That's the way this offense is designed. So it was almost like, to me, they were trying to fit a square peg into a round hole of trying to run it so much. Now, do you remember the game? What was it? I think it was a Super Bowl year. We went to Vegas and we kept and Mixon. We kept running the ball, and it wouldn't work, and it wouldn't work, and it wouldn't work. And finally, Mixon broke a couple of them. And that was one that I'm sitting there going, stop running the ball so much because it wasn't working. And it finally did. Now, if you don't turn the ball over 5 times yesterday and 3 of them lead to direct scoring opportunities, the game might be different. The run game might have. I don't know. I'm just telling you.
They couldn't run down so much. Now, they had some struggles early, and it looked like execution.
You were down by 3 scores at one time. I mean, we went down and kicked a field goal, and then we went and turned the ball right back over to them. They went down.
Yep.
I mean, the biggest problem yesterday is turning the ball over. That was the biggest problem.
Number one, and people hate it, but it's just a fact. It's just a fact. Dustin Croft talking about the Ravens having 3 new starters. Yes, and if you remember correctly, at least. Well, what I was seeing, people were worried about the Ravens offensive line early on. So maybe that whole gel thing really does work. Jake leads the league in intercepts. Yeah, he does. Hey, at least he did that. A lot of the damage in a win. He's got to calm that down.
Yeah.
I don't mind him going 1-on-1 as long as he's seeing what he should be seeing.
Vanguard.
Years back to running under pistol after success. Go back to that. Hey, it's all up to Jake now. If Jake wants
They
it,
might. That's we'll have to see what Jake wants to do and what Joe wants to do. There's going to be changes. They're going to come up with. They have to scheme stuff up better. They have to. That's what coaches do. And that's, again, I just keep going back to what happened in 2023, where we did have, like, if I can remember right, I think John Sheeran said this. Jake didn't start out very good. We got beat, I think, his first start, maybe first 2 starts. Then we went on like a 3-game winning streak, I think it was. And that's where he was cooking, and the last 2 weren't so great. So I would love to know how the first game went with Jake in 2023, and I cannot remember. I don't think it was very good. Not as bad as yesterday, but that's the thing and what Zach does well, and everybody in this chat and this show can agree with me, the team gets better. The season goes along, the team gets better.
it's just been a fact.
Yeah, and that's where I keep saying it's only one loss. It was a horrible loss, but this team gets better, and Zach usually coaches them up even with Jake Browning. So we'll see.
Yeah, what was that? 2023.
Yeah. Ash, our Super Bowl odds are at 150 to 1 now, according to DraftKings. Sweet. Then I'm going to win a lot of money.
I'm putting money on it then. Screw it. So, yeah, we lost Pittsburgh. We lost 16-10, which sucks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, he was sacked 4 times. That caused some problems. But he had a 73% completion percentage, but only 1 touchdown. That was a little brutal. But then beat Jax, beat Indy, beat Mini, and those were, I mean, when he beat Jacksonville, he beat them with an 86.5% completion percentage.
Now let's go back to that Steelers game. What if we had turned the ball over 5 times in that Steelers game? What do you think the score would have been?
Oh, it would have been horrible.
Right.
I mean, honestly, you turn the ball over 5 times, not many teams are winning.
3 of them led to direct scores. I mean, that
what 4 actually though, right? Because one was a field goal just off the top of my dome.
2 of them. The first one he ran back
for touchdowns.
2 returned.
1 was a touchdown. The other one was the field goal before the end of the half.
Yeah.
So
either way, they scored off turnovers. I mean, you can't win that. And to go back to what Cap said at the beginning of the show, it's when you're down by 3 scores. It's kind of hard to run the ball, even though they still tried. It's hard to get. They were in shock, like what? Like all of us, like what in the hell just happened? Before they knew it was 14-0. It's like, what are we doing here? So
now I think back to the Joe Burrow carrying the team. Everyone's QB1 carries their team.
Yeah.
If Patrick Mahomes goes down, Andy Reid's fired.
All right, so this is what I'll say about this too. And Andy Reid didn't win a Super Bowl until he got Patrick Mahomes. I mean, it's a fact. He didn't, and he was considered a good coach.
He got ran out of Philly.
He ran out of Philly. He was considered a good coach, not the Super Bowl Hall of Fame coach he is now. If he did not go to Kansas City, Andy Reid would not be a Hall of Fame coach. He went to Kansas City. They drafted Patrick Mahomes, and there you go. Bill Belichick got fired in Cleveland. Was not considered a very good head coach. Got Tom Brady. You have to have that quarterback. Now, we lost ours, so you have to have the quarterback to win these games. Now, Jake can keep us afloat. I still believe Jake can keep us afloat until Joe comes back, which hopefully Joe comes back, which is still another whole story where the surgery was successful, but literally the rehab has got to go perfect. But Burrow's really good at rehabbing, and Burrow is determined like no other person I've ever seen in my life. That dude is going to be focused on doing exactly what he needs to do, when he needs to do it, how he needs to do it to get back for this team, especially if we're in playoff contention.
Yeah, Dustin calling out Al Golden already seeing positive returns. Absolutely agree.
I think the defense played pretty good yesterday, despite what we sacked him 3 times. We sacked,
and the fact that they didn't quit.
Yeah,
like people talking like, oh, this team gave up on Zach, and yet I'm watching players still trying. Now, again, I don't know what the offensive line was doing. I don't know, but people were still trying.
The thing is, Osai got a sack. I think Miles Murphy got a sack.
Yeah, Miles got. Yep.
Yeah. Cordell says Andy. Andy was always in the playoffs and made deep runs, even in Philly.
And they
And
they were done with him.
yeah,
Like I remember the fans being like,
"What is
we
Zach?
want him out."
What has Zach done when he's made the playoffs? He's made deep runs.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's only last year was an anomaly. I mean, this first year Joe wasn't hurt that we didn't make the playoffs. So
we were not built to and the fact is honestly that was coaching malpractice. The way the decisions that were made on defense, and apparently there were heavy disagreements about the. I'm trying to be careful. Hey, I got a lot of respect for Zach. Still got a lot of respect for Lou. Love to see what he's doing in Indy. I will always be a fan of Lou. Apparently, there were some heavy disagreements between the two, and I thought the last home game, Lou took a walk with us. You know, he didn't take his car home. He walked out with the fans and chatted with us and everything. It's like, wow, we kind of felt like he knew. Apparently the decision was a lot earlier. Apparently the ties were cut. Like it was not. Yeah. So that was a huge anomaly. And we see Miles Murphy making an impact. We see Battle making an impact. Like, why these guys were on the bench so much, and yet Sam Hubbard, I love him to death, but if you're hurt,
don't play.
Get him some rest. And no, he's starting all the time.
Well, Battle almost had another interception. He was that close from getting it.
And he wanted it. You could tell he wanted it so bad. So, yeah, you know, better coaching decisions on defense last year, and we're in the playoffs. It's as simple as that. Honestly, if the referees don't screw us out of the touchdown against the Patriots, we're in the playoffs. Or if the referees don't screw us at the end of the Ravens game and decide to, I don't see those 5 penalties, we're in the playoffs. There's so many ways we could have been in the playoffs.
So poor Bengals fan, let's wait till the end of the season. Let before you start speaking stuff into existence. Again, I'm gonna put this graphic up there for you. I'm trying to help you out. And I'm not trying to be sarcastic or anything. I'm literally trying to help you out here. We are in first place. Okay, just to let you know. Yes, yesterday was awful.
And as a reminder, you can. How many did Marvin miss?
Yeah, true.
You can. You totally can. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And unless the front office sees something that Zach Taylor doesn't see, or something crazy happens, like Joe goes in the office and says, "I'm done." So here's the thing. There's always that
here. Yeah, that's the thing. If Joe wants him here, Zach's not going anywhere. I don't think
there's a fine print, because everything sounds great. The players go Lions today. Hell yeah.
Exactly.
The players have Zach's back and everything. The minute they don't, things start to shift, I mean, it could come out of nowhere. Somebody just starts talking shit on a live mic, and there's all kinds of chaos. But I'm sorry. I remember, who was it? Elise Jessie. I think that's her name. I can't remember.
Yeah.
When all the players were like, "Hey, we're rallying around Zach. He's our guy," and she's saying, "No, the locker room's a mess," and it wasn't true. She was getting that from 1 or 2 players, but then extrapolating that across everybody. Come to find out, that's not true. It was just 1 or 2 people that were disgruntled. Everybody rallied together. People have been saying that every year since, and these players keep rallying for the captains on the team, the coaches on the team. When that starts to break down, eventually you can't run from results, no matter how many excuses there are. Like, so this year, it's Jake Browning. If Jake Browning can't win games, given the tools, if Zach can sit here and say, look at how many open receivers on how many plays, and hey, we're trying our best, but he's not Joe Burrow. Ownership's going to look at that and say, all right, next year.
Now we're saying go Lions.
There's not going to be a next year.
Oh, sorry, I thought you're done. We're saying go Lions because the Lions are playing the Ravens tonight on Monday Night Football. That's why we're saying go Lions. Carrie here. Sorry. So Burrow is running the team in some manner, kind of like Ellie having influence with the Reds.
He is highly respected, and they know they can not only can they win with Joe Burrow, but money comes in because of Joe Burrow. So that is a powerful effect.
Yeah,
protect Burrow. Yes, needs to be number one plan.
And the thing is that's where we're I think moving forward that Zach and Joe need to come up with have a conversation of what they can do to change him getting injured. And the thing is, like, some guy, and I fought this, but some guys are just injury prone. And I think Joe is because it happened at Ohio State. He broke his hand. That's why he didn't the starting quarterback there. It just happens. And we know that for a fact now. And I know Joe likes empty, but maybe not go empty so much. You got to have something to protect him from himself. And that's the conversation I think him and Zach have to have moving forward. And no, Zach Tyler does not need to be fired, Dark Knight.
Not at this point. People will disagree with me. Not at this point.
I'm gonna put this up here again. I gotta keep reminding people. Who's in first place? Is that us? We're 2-1. We got one. We only got one loss, right, Cap? That's it.
Absolutely.
667.
And no matter how ugly it was, like, I don't see a 1.5 because it was ugly. Thank goodness.
Right. So yeah, we got a long ways to go. Again,
this isn't college. They're not kicking us out of the playoff picture because it was an ugly loss.
We'll see what happens next Monday. I'll put a caveat on that. We'll see what happens next Monday. But right now, nope, we're good. We got to keep going.
I don't like the fact that we're playing a Denver team that's pissed that they lost in the last second.
Yep, exactly. All right, man. We've been on for like an hour, almost an hour and a half. You want to keep going, or you? I'm kind of getting hungry. Fat guy's got to eat.
I'm almost through. All right. Worst Josh Howell's worst loss in team history. They won't match that performance again this season. Like, honestly, you've just some of the weird fans, and I'm not saying you can be upset about the game, but there are some weird fans who are trying to, not to use the same word again, extrapolate that loss against everything that Zach Taylor's ever done. It's just not true. That is an anomaly. And again, I hate the fact that I was talking anomalies today, and then Zach goes on the mic and says anomaly twice. Like,
anomaly.
I mean, granted, there's no better word for what went on, but
anomaly. Anomaly.
Yeah, Esther talking about Jamar looked like he's ready to make a big play. I mean, there were so many opportunities that were close, and I'm sorry, I will always lean on that many turnovers. When I see other teams, what was it? Russ Wilson, a playoff game. They weren't doing anything on offense. And people were like, oh, a head coach has to be able to win a game when, your quarterback's not playing well. Like, that's a sign of a good head coach. The defense was murdering the other team's offense. The defense kept them in the game until finally Russ at the end of the game, and somebody will probably remember the playoff game, but Russ finally made a play at the end to win it. When you're not getting any help and the quarterback's not playing well, you got to execute. Execution is king. You have got to execute. I will firmly stand on the fact that you can execute your way out of a bad play. You cannot play call your way out of bad execution. You can't do it. The greatest play call ever made, if you mess it up, could be the potentially worst play you've ever called in your life. Whereas the dumbest play call, man, if you could just hat on hat, everybody wins individually, there's not a play call that you're going to call that will purposely lose you your yards. It's just not going to happen if it's executed properly. Execution is king.
Bro says, for your fantasy win, did you win your fantasy game yesterday?
Oh, I got lucky because CeeDee Lamb got hurt. Otherwise, she had it. That was all luck. I had to rearrange some stuff because I'm probably going to drop Burrow because I had Burrow and I blame myself for the injury.
Oh shit! I thought I got Burrow on mine too, and I played him this week. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at fantasy. I'm like, I don't even.
Dude, it's so hard.
I don't have
because
time to do it. Like,
I don't have time, and honestly, my fantasy involvement rides on the Bengals' success. So when they're down, I'm down. I'm like, I don't want to look at football. I hope both teams tonight blow up, like on the field, actually, like meet and veins just scatter. That's disgusting. Why was that so graphic?
I hope the Lions just blow the doors off the Ravens.
Yeah. Because I got to admit, so the Cleveland game, people are like, oh, well, they handled Cleveland. They struggled for a long time in that Cleveland game, and suddenly at the end, Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens tonight. I think the Lions are a better team. It just aggravates me when I watch other people play Lamar. Number one, take Lamar. Any type of option, take Lamar. Number one, you get a hit on Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, Lamar's probably gonna hurt you. You can tackle Derrick Henry around the legs. Mike Hilton has shown you how to do it. He's gonna gain some yards, but hey, you're gonna get a hit on Lamar. You got to take Lamar, number one. Number two, don't take Lamar's inside shoulder. In fact, don't take Pat Mahomes' inside shoulder. When you do not give them the ability to spin out. I don't understand how defensive linemen don't get taught that. Don't get overly excited. You do not look at your odds, but you're playing poker. It's all mathematics. Look at your odds. What are the odds you at 320 pounds is going to just, lay that direct hit and just, pile drive Pat Mahomes or Lamar Jackson to the ground? It's not going to happen. It's a very, very low percentage. So you either have to help push him into somebody else, or you've just get a hand on him, interrupt the throw, whatever. So don't give him that ability. They'll take that extreme inside route and give them the easiest thing. They eat out there. That's where they live. Houday. Don't give them that opportunity. If anything, force them back inside. I'd rather see somebody go to that outside shoulder. But honestly, if you just, I've seen it happen and it works. If you just take a slightly slower step or two toward him at the end and line him up dead middle, knowing he's going to go one way or the other. And then when he does, dive. Worst that it happens, he jukes. I'll take it. If you juke me out of my shoes, good for you. But I'm going to try to get a hit. Simple as that. Guys were really down yesterday. Happy they were out doing charity work together. That's awesome. That's good to hear, Esther.
And T. Berkey, it's a week-to-week league. The Panthers beat the Falcons 30-0 any given Sunday. As I said, there were some weird losses yesterday. I mean, the freaking Bears destroyed the Cowboys, too. So, and Green Bay, who I thought's the best team in football, they got beat. So,
yeah, we told people don't sleep on Cleveland. People laughed at me like, "Oh, Cleveland sucks." Man, that defense is scary as hell. And I still would not bet all my money on Jordan Love. I wouldn't. So, I'm not worried about Green Bay in the Super Bowl. I'm not. They're going to be a great team this year, but I'm not worried. The Eagles are still, man, they're just good. Built. And here's the thing, though. They've had their GM for how long? They've drafted how long? They've done whatever how long? It finally clicked. There's a little bit of luck there, and there's going to be luck for them winning it again this year. John Cameron, hey, I appreciate you, man. It's been a rough day on me.
This is therapy for Cap for him fighting all day on Twitter. He comes on here, he can talk.
For real, absolutely. Somebody was talking about the before the half. Bengals.
Who day, Cornell? Who day, buddy? See ya. Appreciate you.
Who day. Yeah, thank y'all for hanging out. First quarter, second quarter, and yeah, I mean, 28 seconds left. I don't know where that comment came from. We deserved the fumble trying to run out the clock. I mean, we're at our own 31. The offensive line looks rough. And there's 28 seconds left, and Samaje Perine fumbles. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good call. The one before, it was Jake Browning pass. That wasn't trying to run. That was trying to score. So that is incorrect.
Esther says once the tush pushes out outlaw the Eagles are over. I don't necessarily know about that, but that'll definitely hurt them.
I'm not into outlawing it, but if you're going to run
Call it fair. They can't be lining up off sides and jumping off sides. Call it fair.
It's got to be they're creating this weird play that doesn't have the same rules as everything else. That's bull. That's bull.
Yeah,
it's got to be governed the same way.
They're jumping off sides and they're lining up off sides is what then you see. And I'm not a Chiefs fan, but they did it against the Chiefs, and you could see it. And I know their coach was like, "Well, slow down." Like you could look down the line, you could see it in real play. They were all lined up off sides and they jumped.
Esther saying our fan base gives me whiplash. That is just the comment that I need a T-shirt. Like I can't. Like everyone forgets everything. And again, this chat and all of y'all, even the people that pop in, they just, I don't know, they pick up the vibe and everybody's still cool. Like you can criticize and you're still cool. I appreciate the hell out of this show and Ice and everybody that's in chat.
Appreciate you.
Meow, love the work you do. Brother. Thank you. Keep being great. It's just different, but everybody else, it's like they forget everything. And then when things turn around, as always, then they forget they ever said. I'm like, I'm not pulling receipts on Bengals fans, but boy, would it be a fun time if we did sometimes. Ooh.
Where's Dale today? I don't know. I haven't talked to Dale today. I'm not sure where he's at. He was on Bengals and Brews earlier today. I know that.
Good.
I haven't got a chance to talk to him.
Yeah. A lot of, I made a couple of facts. So even the people who might be a little bit more critical about the team than I am right now, saying that, I made some points. So I appreciate you. And again, hey, fan how you want to fan how you've got a fan. I get it. Early, like 2017 and prior, man, I was kind of a jerk. It's like, how can you say like whatever? And
is Cat maturing? Are you saying you're starting to mature?
It's just not, because I'm old as shit.
I'm older than you are. What do you mean?
You're old as shit. Man, I get it. Drunk, I'm sure. Rumdale time. Hey, I love it. Football is pain. Man, sometimes like,
hey,
I just,
what? Sports, look, sports is a lot like life. And this is one thing you guys should always remember. Things don't always go the way you want in life or in sports. It's a good thing to stay as even keeled as you can, because all you can do is all the Bengals can do right now. Everyone's talking, we fire Zach, fire this person, go get a bag of money to this guy. All they can do is put their head down, go to work, and concentrate on Denver. That's it. That's all they can do. And as fans, that's all we can hope they do. We can yell and scream to her blue in the face that they should have done this, should have done that. This is where we're at, man. This is it. I believe we can go to Denver and win Monday night. I do.
I'm glad Dustin mentioned that about the Ravens, because and I get that he was taking it from the Ravens offensive line looked good last year. Again, we forgot they didn't start that way.
Right.
And they got lucky. They got lucky with a couple of wins early. Although they had a couple of losses too.
And we're 2-1, people. 2-1. First place.
If we could just if that, hey, here's hoping. I'm making jokes about the Etsy witches. Did you realize that's a thing? You can buy like spells and curses on Etsy from Etsy witches. I kid you not.
I'm glad I don't know that. I don't want
it's the weirdest shit ever. And I'm like, I am sad that I know this now. And yeah, there's Tony, I did not wear my orange color contacts for the open and orange because of last year's loss to the New England Patriots. Especially with Jake, the part of the song that talks about the pressure, and then he gets out and makes a play or whatever, and I'm like, I didn't see that yesterday. I'm like,
I believe it, Jake Brown.
Let's get AI to mix up the words or something like please God, please help, please
God help.
God,
please God help
for everything holy, please
Lord
God.
Jesus.
I'm on my knees. Jake Browning.
I'm on my knees. Begging, please kill me.
There we go. Oh my goodness.
Remember that movie? Well, come on. You know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wedding Singer. Man, dude, seriously. So here, okay. talk it just real quick, social media and stuff. I appreciate the love from y'all. I've got a weird relationship with social media. I see some people doing extremely well with social media right now, and particularly the past like day. And it's because I don't care if it's natural or unnatural, but they're going with the kind of screw Zach Taylor vibe.
Yeah.
That gets a lot of likes. So if you're looking to make a name on social media, hitting the algorithm stuff actually kind of easy. I don't do it because I don't want to be. I don't want to. People already think I'm a D-bag. I don't want to be that kind of a D-bag. Now, should I
want to be authentic. I want to be authentic. I'm not gonna put stuff out there that I don't believe in.
I want to be authentic, and I don't know that I have the capacity to be the true social media guy because they're always on their phone. Oh, and I'm talking like I'm deep in who I follow and the social media people that I follow. I'm way deeper than I should be. Like I'll start talking with kids, and they're like, "You watch it?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, they're like, "You're old." I'm like, "Fuck you." Like, yeah. Like, so what?
So
like, stop.
Don't
Like,
judge me.
I'll use a phrase when I'm using. They're like, "You." I'm like, "All right, whatever. I'm gonna go with my own crowd. Screw you." It's just what I like. I like knowing what's going on, and I like a lot of the technology behind it. So how some of these people produce stuff is interesting to me. And it's weird seeing like Mr. Beast growing up and getting older, and then some of the stuff that he's like, all right, now it's weird. I don't know why, but I'm old, so it's weird for me, and I'm a hypocrite. Whatever, I don't care. But I do want to start creating more. I want to get back into that and posting more because I cannot go toe to toe with some of these people who hate me all day long. I just can't do it anymore. So that would be a phenomenal thing to do, to set up a stage and recreate that scene, but with a Bengals song and then just scream and cry. It's a lot of work for a very short clip, but it would be hilarious. That's a good idea, Jeff. I might have to, but then again, when are we going to have time to get a bunch of people together? Maybe that's it. Maybe if we get enough people together, I've got a ton of equipment.
Lot one, you can do it there. You have. I won't be there. I'll be at Moreland House. We can do a lot one.
Well, no. I'm not even talking on game day. Just sometime pick some people. Like, hey, do you want to be a part of a video? Do you want to? Have you ever wanted to? You could be nobody. But I'll bring some. I got a ton of equipment. Like, people don't understand how much equipment I have.
He has a lot. I agree with Cap. He has
like it's funny because they'll give somebody props for, oh, I love what you do and whatever. I'm like, I helped that person with some of their equipment purchases. Like, you don't understand. Like, they'll never say it, and I'll never say it either. I'll never bring up a name, but.
I will. His name's Strawberry Ice, and he's Cap's helped me. So yeah,
nothing. That's nothing.
Yeah.
You're a made man, Ice. But hey, we could all get a group of people together and get some ideas ahead of time, and then we'll have like a map pinned out on where we want to, who wants to shoot what, where. We'll go out, have a good time, get a lot of content, and then post video, have some fun with it. That might not be a horrible idea.
I think we should set that up. I think we should do that.
Yeah. What's Froze willing to chip in for the SE witches? That's hilarious. Yeah. Esther needs girlfriend added Jake B video. Yeah. Esther, I'll tell you what. We might need to talk about that. You think about how much you would charge, because man, I hate to do it, but here's the thing, like, there's a gigantic, people forget there's a gigantic tailgate account on Twitter. It's a tailgate account. Everybody thinks it's one person, and then they attribute one person. There's a team of people behind it posting and getting stuff and sending stuff instead. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's a tailgate account. I mean, it should be. It's a tailgate. Tailgate's a group of people. But it makes it so much easier. I'm just me. Joe Goodberry is 99% just him doing that kind of work. Now he gets some help with the production stuff when he's like in studio, but he's doing that too. And but that's the type of thing that I don't want to do. But a lot of your big accounts, there's some help there. So to the small creators, okay, I'll tell you what, real quick, small creators, you want to be something, the hardest part is get organized, set a schedule so you block off time so you have to do whatever it is you need to do. Even if it's just once a week, you could queue up some posts and then just repost a couple things throughout the week. And then boom, you've got a decent little cadence going. It's not hard to go. Just find a photo, add bullet points to your thought with some cute emojis, whatever. If you're a dude, don't use the cute ones, use the manly ones. And then just post to have a good time. It's not that hard to get started out. The organization is tough. When you start getting out and you're videoing at games, the hard part's organizing stuff, organizing clips, going home immediately after a loss where you just want to stop thinking about it, but going through the stuff you recorded, maybe pulling a couple clips out, putting in a folder named for that day and date, whatever. That's the hard part. But if you do it, it'll make it easier. That's all the advice I got there.
All right.
Esther, we need to talk.
There you go. Cap, we've been on for an hour and 45 minutes.
Wow.
My wife just called me. She's on her way home. So
all right.
I got to go.
Have fun with the wife. Enjoy food, everybody. Thank you all. Go. I almost said go Bill. Go Lions.
Lions.
That was the first one. Go Lions.
Go Lions. And who dey?
Who dey?
See you, dude. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Like I said, this has been Bengals therapy. We do this on Mondays when we lose, or Tuesday. Hopefully next Tuesday will be a Bengals victory Tuesday. We'll see what happens. But got 398 people watch us right now. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Do me a favor. I will be pulling off sound later on tonight, put it on the podcast. If you want to listen to it, I would appreciate it. Check it out. It's on BeanPod, Apple, iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher Play, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. Make sure you rate, like, and review. And leave a 5-star review in the comments so more Cincinnati fans can find me. Also, thank you for watching. I've been live streaming on Facebook, X, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram. Also, I appreciate you guys. Most people I've ever had read my article on Substack. I wrote about the Reds pulling me back in to the playoff hunt again, which they are in the playoff hunt. They are actually in the playoffs right now if it ends. So thanks for checking that out. You guys can subscribe to that. It's free. It's on Substack. Yeah, the season ain't over. We're 2-1. Yesterday completely sucked. We'll see what happens Monday. Shout out to my sponsors.
All right, shout out to my sponsors. They are Priority Lawn and Landscaping for all your lawn and landscaping needs. You need your grass cut, you need your shrubbery trimmed, I don't know, you need a paver patio, you need anything. I mean anything. Landscaping required. Think Priority Lawn and Landscaping. Also, shout out to T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out the website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And of course, Meyer Window, Door, and more. I got it in my house. I highly recommend you get them in yours. They're energy efficient, great looking windows, easy to clean. Meyer Window, Door, and more. The website is MeyerCincinnati.com. And also shout out to my favorite brewery, Moorline Lager House. Get on down there, get you some delicious Moorline beer, some delicious Moorline food. And tell them I sent you. Moorline Lager House.
And I hope you guys join us. I'm pretty sure I'm doing it this Monday. I think we're supposed to do it every road game. I'll be doing the watch party at Moorline Lager House. So make sure you guys come on out for that. We got $5 drinks, $5 house wines, $5 shots. We can get together. I'll be DJing, playing some music in between the commercials and having some fun. Also, we got the tailgate. That's 3 hours for every single Bengals home game. It's an awesome, awesome place to come hang out with some Bengals friends, Bengal fans, and enjoy yourself. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I got Jeff Carr on tomorrow. So everybody who wanted to talk Reds, tomorrow is your day. We're talking Reds tomorrow. We got Locked On Reds content creator and podcaster, Jeff Carr, will be on. So remember one thing and one thing only, and that is Houday for life. Still BWO, baby. Bengals World Order. And that's just sports, baby. See ya!
Another great show. You guys still here? The show's over. You can come back tomorrow. I'm out of here. See ya.